What's cracking, guys? Omar Esoff here. Excuse the lack of gym attire, okay? I'm going to a Jazzercise club after this. I don't want to go into details, but I'm here with a video today talking about fucked up looking abs. Why? Because I get comments about my abs with that question. Yo, Omar, why are your abs kind of not perfectly symmetrical, right? Why is one side maybe more prominent, or why do they not line up exactly? And I just want to talk about this briefly. You know, as I get leaner and leaner, as you get in that bodybuilding mindset, you're just going to do whatever it takes, right? So you start thinking about more of these topics, maybe some more hyper-specific topics, and I just want to talk about that for all the young yellows out there to let you guys know it's no big fucking deal. It's essentially genetics, and it's something that you cannot change. So first, what am I talking about? Well, if you take a look at your abs, if you do have abs, you'll notice that every single person, pretty much how their abs look will be slightly different, right? You have, you know, fitness models where you'll see on the magazine most often they'll be kind of blocky, very symmetrical looking. They'll have like a six-pack or look like an eight-pack, and all of them line up, right? Like the rows line up, and that's how it looks. Cool. But in reality, when we look at genetic expression and what happens with individuals, more often than not, the abs will not look like that. And this is not a problem with, you know, not doing enough work, or you did like, you know, you twisted too much on one side, you did too many Russian twists this way, so your abs just like grew that way. No, you can't influence how your muscle grows, right? How it actually looks. You can influence just the size of it, whether it gets bigger or smaller, but in terms of that symmetry, you cannot influence that whatsoever. And again, that does come down to genetics. I've seen some articles, some stupid fucking articles, which is why I'm making this video, always trying to keep it real, just tell you guys the truth. Say like, oh, like do these exercises to even them out. Like you have a asymmetry, like a muscle asymmetry, you just got to work on that balance. It does not work that way. Your genetics will determine the shape of the abs. So there's two big issues. One, if you don't really notice your abs, again, the big issue that you have is simply put, you don't have abdominal muscles. You need to grow them. And as you grow them, you'll notice their shape. So you're lean enough so you can see them. They're big enough so they're quite visible. And then you'll notice their shape. And from there, whatever shape they are, that's how they're going to be. The two main issues people will complain about are the following. One, they're kind of slanted, so one side maybe goes one direction. So it just looks, once again, asymmetrical, but it looks like it's going one way. And people will often assume, once again, like, oh, like maybe I was working one side more. It's not like that at all. The second issue that people will notice is that the rows don't line up, right? So if you have your left side and your right side, your left side might be a little higher. So the lines themselves, they don't line up perfectly. And people think, like, once again, oh, what did I do? Did I pop something? Did I train my abs incorrectly? Not at all. So I'm a good example, I'd say, of someone that, like, you know, average just ab genetics, how they look, where they're not perfectly symmetrical. And so I will get questions about that, like, oh, what's going on, Omar? Is this from, like, you know, heavy lifting? Is this from deadlifts? Like, people will ask, is this from like strength training versus doing like bodybuilding? Dude, it does not work that way whatsoever. I think in the industry, once again, there is always way too many expectations or pressure that's put on individuals that cause them to feel like, oh, my abs don't look like that. I feel like shit. Dude, it's just the way that it rolls. Who gives a shit? Some of the best damn bodybuilders of all time had some fucked up looking abs. Serge Nubret, one I think the all-time greats, when you look at his abs, he had a little bit of separation between his abs right in the middle, and that's just his genetics. It's just how it looks. Arnold, notoriously, just his abs, that's why you don't see a lot of ab shots with him or when he flexed or whatnot. His abs, just how they lined up, they didn't look super good. But again, that's bodybuilding. You know, if you want to go on stage, if you want to win that Mr. Olympia, if you want to get in Speedos, that's you, that's your thing, do your thing, brother. But for the rest of us out there that are just trying to look good, feel good, athletic, aesthetic, just get better over time, it's no big deal whatsoever. Your abs are determined by your genetics. Train them hard just like you'll train anything else. As you get lean, you'll notice how they look, but you can't influence that, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't fucking matter whatsoever. So don't get tied up. I saw these comments, I thought I'd break it down. I think I'm a good example of this to show you guys maybe what's like realistic, or maybe show you guys what a set of abs would look like on average, right? Everyone, like I said before, we're all beautiful little snowflakes. They're all gonna look differently, and that is why it all boils down to genetics, not how you train them, not an asymmetry due to a muscular imbalance. That's just your genetics and how they grow. That's all the time we have. Thought I'd make a quick video. We're doing these more frequent content uploads. If you like this video and you made it all the way to the end, all the way, like the damn video, what you waiting for? And I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.